Wow, I just got major Gabriel Zamora vibes right now. Today, I'm not bringing you guys a vlog. I'm actually doing something different. If you've seen my last 2 or 3 vlogs, I don't remember how many I have, you'll see that I guess you will notice that I do wear makeup because, as it turns out, I love makeup. And I'm not good at it by any means. Like, I'm not saying I'm a professional, hence the title of this video. But I did wanted to make something, I don't know, kind of like a get ready with me, chat, talk through video, shit, whatever. Even though I'm not a beauty guru or anything like that. But I don't know, I just wanted to do my makeup and kind of, I guess, show you guys how I do it. And to learn how regular people do it and not one like an in-depth tutorial on how to do like a cut crease with glitter eyeliner, because I cannot do that. I have really basic makeup skills, you know. I do foundation, concealer, powder, contouring, blushing, highlighting, my eyes, brows. I don't wear eyelashes because I don't know, you probably can't tell, but my eyelashes are pretty, they're pretty big already. So I just use mascara, and I don't use eyeliner either because I don't know how to do it. I suck at it. I've tried a couple times and it just looks insane. And I also have really small eyes and like a fat face, so I feel like it would just close off my eyes more. I don't know how to use it, so I don't even want to try. So yeah, if you want to be basic as fuck and look at a basic as fuck tutorial, I'm here for you. I think I'm okay. I'm not horrible, but anyways, this freaking intro is going a lot longer than it needs to be. Let me just cut it off right now. Let's just get started, okay? Update, I'm about to eat. My Uber Eats just got here, so pause for a break. Okay, so we're just gonna start with priming my face. I need to go buy a new eyebrow pencil because I'm running out of it. I hate how fast I run out of it. Like, I didn't even think I was using that much, but apparently I am. Okay, woo. Right here. Okay, so I have 2 primers that I use with, I'm sorry, I keep on looking at myself and not at the camera, sorry. I have 2 primers that I use, which they both do the same thing, kinda, but I feel like they work better together. I don't know. Okay, so I have this one. I use the Benefit Professional, which I know everybody uses it. Alone, for me, this doesn't really work, but I like to use the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. This one is really, really good. Like, if you can see, I've used like the majority of it because it's really good, and I feel like mixed with the Professional works a lot better. Also, I'm blind. I can't see anything far away. I have myopia and astigmatism, so if I like do this to be able to see how I look, I guess, is because I can't see. So that's why I need to, you know, I use glasses and I have to get closer here. So let's start by priming. Oh my god, my face feels so smooth. I literally just washed it. Now I'm gonna use Professional, and I use, I'm starting to run out of everything, like this much. And then I kind of just dot it in the places where I need it. Let me close this up. Ooh, excuse me. And in case you're interested, I ate Hooters. I had ordered Uber Eats for the first time because where I live we don't have Postmates. So I got Uber Eats and I decided to get Hooters today, and I got the chili, I think it's like Tex-Mex nachos or something like that. The boneless wings, they were so good. And since it was like a first time user, I got like a $10 off coupon thing, whatever. So it was not that expensive. But now I'm like, I spent so much money on food, it's ridiculous. Okay, I use this brush. This is a brush from the BH Cosmetics set. I think it's like of 10 brushes. It's like the black thing. I don't know what's it called, to be honest with you. I'll see if I can link it down below in case you guys are interested. This is the number 130. Not really sure what they market this for, but I use it for color correcting. So if you can see, I have dark circles under my eyes, and yeah. So I use this one. I use the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover palette, I guess. And I used the first one, like the really light beigey one, and then I mix it with the second one, so like these two right here. And then I kind of just throw it in there to cover. That was a lot. I used way too much. Don't use that much. Then I have to blend it out. God dang it. Oh yeah. I'm sorry for the faces I'm making. I look crazy, I know. Does it even look good? I feel like the light is not being good anymore. There, I'll get closer to you. Not that you really wanted, but I think you can see better. Okay, so that's good. Got a little bit more, but this time I'm gonna make it less. And painted here. So, let's do foundation now. I use this L'Oreal sponge. I really do like it. I bought it because Casey Holmes recommended it. And previously to the sponge that I had before, it was a different one that I didn't really like. So I bought this one and I really do like it. It's very soft, and it, you know, expands once you wet it, and it's just really good. Like, it really does blend everything out. So today I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty foundation. This is in the shade 250. Mini review within this get ready with me thing, whatever, is I really do love this foundation. It is very sheer coverage, medium tops. I don't think you're able to really build it up to full, or at least I haven't tried, because I don't feel like putting like 30 pumps of this on my face. So I always keep it kind of like on the medium. It is very matte. It really does leave me matte for a long time, which is great because I'm very oily. So I absolutely adore that. By the way, this color matches me perfect, which is crazy. I never thought I had like peachy undertones, but apparently I do. That's crazy. Anyways, let me just do 2 pumps of this, and I put it on my beauty blender, and then I'm gonna put it all over here. I'm just gonna do half my face spray because this thing really does dry down super fast, and then I don't want it to dry down before I get it blended. By the way, can you hear my beauty blender? Also, I do like this foundation, but I don't like the fact that it's not transfer proof. At least to me, it's not. And then barely you cannot touch your face even if you do set it with powder, because if you just do something like this, like if you just touch it like that, you can see the imprint of your finger, which pisses me off because I love transfer proof foundations and I feel like they should all be like that. But other than that, I think this is a really good foundation. It's kind of like a Your Skin But Better thing. Like I said, it's not full coverage at all. You maybe can get away with building it up, but it will take you like 30 pounds. I don't know why I keep on saying pounds. 30 pumps. And I don't think that's, I don't know, feasible. Also, okay, so this is how it looks. Half my face done, half my face not. Can you see? Does it look good? Because I feel like the freaking, what's it called? The light is kind of bad. Also, this is the first foundation that I own that blurs my pores completely. Like, look at this. I have no pores on this side. I don't know if you can see that, but I normally have, or I used to have, really bad pores, like big pores. You can, they were so noticeable. I'm sorry, I keep on looking at myself. They were so noticeable. And recently I've been trying to like take care of my skin, like washing it at least twice a day. And I'm sorry, something popped up. I wash it twice a day and try to just take care of it, and I feel like it's been working. It's been really cleaning my pores. And oh my god, that looks so orange, but I swear, like, you can see it doesn't look orange. It's just so peachy, and I didn't think that was my color, but it is. I got peachy undertone, guys. Never knew that. I guess that's what having 40 foundation shades does to you. It helps you find the one that actually matches you perfectly. Because the other foundations that I use, the colors, they're not bad. They're just either a little too dark for me or a little too light. Always in between. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I get everything and blend it out good. It's a beautiful foundation. You can see this. I look completely matte. I'm obsessed with that because I'm super, super oily. And I get really oily throughout the day, especially because I don't powder. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go with concealer. I use the Tarte Shape Tape. I know, everybody uses that. This is not my shade though. This is color Tanned. I feel like it's a little too dark for me. So it doesn't really highlight anything. It kind of just covers. So what I do is I mix it with another one. Put in a little bit down here. See, that's very peachy. And like, that would be kind of like a foundation color. I don't think that would be like my highlighting color. So then I go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. This is in the shade, I think it's light. I don't even know what color this is. Does it have light medium beige? That's what it is. And then I go on top of that and then I drag it out here. And this is the Real Technique sponge, by the way. Like, I really, really do like for concealer only. I've actually never used it for foundation because I feel like I'm not gonna like it because of for these blah blah blah, I can't speak, because of the steep hole thing it has on it. Mine's dirty, you know, because I use it all the time. I'm not gonna apologize because I'm just keeping it real. By the way, my name is pronounced Fanny. I don't know if it's a Hispanic name or not, but my parents are Hispanic and they named me Fanny. So yes, but I do live in America and a lot of people here pronounce it Fanny, like a fanny pack, which, fun fact, I didn't know what that was until I was like in 11th grade and somebody told me. We were having like dress up day in school and it was dressed as a tourist and somebody was like, you should just put a name tag and write pack. What do you mean? They're like a fanny pack? And I was like, what's that? You're like, you don't know what a fanny pack is? And I was like, no, I don't know. So they showed me a picture and I was like, I don't think we have a name for this in Spanish, but I do know what it is. I just didn't know it was called a fanny pack in English. I feel like I can still see my dark circles, to be 100% honest with you, but it's the best I can do. Again, I'm not a beauty guru, not an expert. I don't have super flawless skin, you know. I just like makeup and I like playing with it, and I spend a lot of money on it, so make sure I freaking use it. Now I'm gonna bake my face using, that's good enough, the Coty Airspun translucent powder thing that everybody uses, which I actually do like because it's cheap and it's so much powder, it'll last you forever. And I like the Real Techniques, that's a lot of powder, Jesus Christ. I wasn't planning on setting my whole face, but sure, why not? Okay, cool. I always leave a space here because I use a Liquid Glow by Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid highlighter. So, but I mean, I've used it on top of powder and honestly looks fine. So I guess that's what we're gonna be doing today. All right, so now that I'm dusting off all the pinkish baby powder, this is more like peachy rather than white as cocaine, so it's not cocaine. All right, cool. Now let's move on to eyes. So while I'm baking, I don't know if it's considered baking because I don't think I leave it for 10 minutes. I might leave it for less. I might leave it for more, depending on how long I take to do my eyes today. I'm gonna try to make it kind of fast because I don't want this video to be a million minutes long. So I'm gonna prime my eyes using, this is the Photo Focus Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. Wet n Wild has really good primers. I mean, really good products, honestly, in general. And they're cheap. It was like, what, $4? I've had this for a while. It's kind of running out too. I don't like to buy backups of things. I like to wait for it to completely run out before I go out and buy anything else. Okay, this is way too much. I don't even need this much. Okay. I'm gonna prime my eyelids so my eyeshadow lasts long. And it really does work. It makes your eyeshadow last all day long. So I enjoy it. I think I have extra in here. I'm gonna have to get rid of this. Oh, I don't like wasting. Fine, I'll just put the extra excess on my hand. I don't like wasting it, but I just grabbed a little too much. Okay, so now let's move on to eyeshadow. Today I think I'm gonna go with a very, okay, so there's this eyeshadow that I have from ColourPop. This is the Super Shock Party of 5 eyeshadow, which I got for free because they were having this sale with it. If you spend like $10 you get like 1 free item. If you spend $30 you can get up to 5 or something like that. So I think I spent $24, and so I got 2 free items, or 3. I don't know how much money I spent. I bought a couple things online, and so I got this one for free that I chose, and I'm obsessed. Oh my god, it's so soft. Do you see this? Let me just swatch that for you. Look at that. Can you see that? Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Yes, it's gorgeous. It's like a beautiful, it's so light. I'm sorry, I swatched that horribly, but I think you could see it. It's a beautiful, like, it's like a duochromatic eyeshadow. It's a gorgeous like pinkish purple, and it has like blue glitter on it. It's so beautiful. It's gorgeous. I'm obsessed. So I want to use that one today as like the main attraction. So I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I feel like I'm recreating Ruthie's video, which, by the way, if you don't know who Ruthie is, she's one of my friends. She recently started doing like makeup videos too. And she says she sucks at them, but she's pretty nice. She doesn't do like her whole face. She just does eyeshadow mainly. She doesn't really like using foundation and stuff, but she's beautiful. So you should go check that out. I'm gonna link her video down below for you guys to go see. You're welcome, Ruthie, for the free promo. Love you. Okay, so I use these brushes from Wet n Wild. I think they're super good. I bought a couple brushes from Morphe, and I'm kind of bummed to say that I don't like them. I know everybody talks about them, everybody has a promo code with them, everything, and I decided to go out and buy, I think about 3, and out of the 3s that I like, I don't like them. I have one eyeshadow brush that first of all, it's too big, so I think that's my fault that I ordered the big one, because I like these like smaller ones, and I feel like because I have small eyes, so it can just fit perfectly. Second of all, it's just when I washed it, the bristles just puffed up, and they fall so freaking often. Like, I would always have bristles all over my face, and I hate that. I don't like it when it sheds. I don't want a brush that sheds. So nope. Okay, so I took a little bit of Tempera, this shade right here, and I'm gonna go in with that just to kind of like set the primer, which again, if you watch any beauty gurus, you should already know that. So now I'm gonna go actually with the same brush. So I'm gonna go now in with Buen Fresco, which is this beautiful, like, how would you describe that? Like a grayish purple. I don't know, but it's a cool tone purple, pinkish color. I just really like it. Oh, great! Just drop everything. So I'm gonna throw in there like a transition color, since I am gonna be heavily pink. I feel like I'm gonna keep it monochromatic today. Just very pink everywhere. Yes, I did. Can you see that transition color? Here, I'll blend here for you so you can see. Alright. Okay, cool. Now let's go in with that same color on the other eye. So I'm going to take Love Letter, this color right here. Okay. I'm going to take the excess off and just plump that everywhere. Look how beautiful this color. Oh, these are my colors. I love berry and burgundy shades, which I know is so basic. Everybody says that, but they're just, they make my sweet little heart happy. They're beautiful. I also love yellow, but for some reason that color does not show up on my skin tone. I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette, and I actually have it right here. And there's, I'm gonna take this off. There's this color right here. It's called Edge. I'm in love with that shade. It's so gorgeous, but whenever I put it in my eye, it literally blends to nothing. And I know that there's a lot of bad reviews in that palette, so I was like, maybe this is just one of the shades that just doesn't work. So I recently bought the ColourPop Yes Please palette, which I didn't even know was popular. I kind of just went to their site and I saw that it was there, and I was like, oh, yellow, buy. It was $16. yes, I'm just like, yes. So I put it in my cart and I got it home and I was so excited. That's the first color that I went in when I was doing my makeup, and it doesn't show up on my skin. It literally blends to nothing. So I was like, okay, there's no way there can be 2 different yellow shades from 2 different companies of eyeshadows that just don't show up on my skin and be it their fault. So I'm like, it probably is just me. I don't know, like I said, if it's my skin color or I guess in my eye, I don't know, but it just doesn't go on my skin, which is such a bummer because like I said, I love yellow and I feel like I want to do a yellow look with like orange and everything. Like that would be so beautiful. It's like a sunset thing, but it doesn't show up on my skin tone. I love reds, pinks, like berry colors. They're my favorite. Dark purples, but not like cool tone purples. I like them like pink purples. Those are my favorite colors to wear. I do use bronzy shades, but not as often. I have the Morphe 35O palette, which is pretty good, but I just don't really use it that often. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I keep on like burping. I don't use it as often just because, I don't know, I feel like I'm not too into orangey and browny colors. I used to for a while, but I'm more into the color ones now. Look how pretty that looks. I know I look like white as fuck. Once we throw that off and bronze the face, it should look better. My dad likes to say whenever I put powder on that I look like a geisha. I was like, yes, Dad. Sure. I feel like Anastasia Beverly Hills has some of the most pigmented and beautiful eyeshadows ever, even though I don't even use their I've never tried like the little ones, the pans you can get, the individual ones. I only have this palette and I have the Subculture, but oh my god, it's amazing. Like the moment I dipped into it once and I put it in my eye, I was like, oh my god, look at my eye, it's coated in pink. Like it's amazing. And I know Subculture has a lot of controversy. A lot of people don't like it. They say it was horrible and powdery. It is very pigmented. You do need to just dip in once. I don't really have any problems with fallout, as you can see if I just take out the mirror because I don't want to blind you. It's not dirty, and this isn't me not cleaning. The only thing I do is like this, but it's not even, there's nothing. Like it's, I don't know if it's my batch or what, but for me it's not that bad. The shadows are beautiful. They are a little hard to work with when it comes to blending a couple of them, but at least the times I've used this palette, which is quite a lot of times. By the way, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, I dipped into All Star in the Subculture to deepen the crease. The times I've used it, it's been working great for me. I don't notice any difference with the Modern Renaissance. There's a couple shades like the Edge and I believe Axis and Untamed that are a little hard to work with. Like they kind of take a little bit more time when it comes to blending, but I don't know, I don't mind it. I love the color selection. One of the main reasons why I bought that palette, even though I heard there were like bad reviews on it, was because of the color selection. I'm just obsessed with the colors on it. It's so different in fall, but at the same time, like they work together. Like you wouldn't, I wouldn't never see these colors separately and think that this will make a good palette and a good eye look. But when I started using it, it does. Like when I saw this palette and I saw them together, I was like, oh my god, yes. It's so different from everything that I've ever had that I just really, really like it. So now I know when people sometimes are very harsh when it comes to reviewing products because they know and they've experienced really, really good quality products, then when you get something that doesn't compare to it, you're kind of like, yeah, no, this is nothing compared to this other stuff. And now, like I said, now that I've tried her eyeshadows, I feel like the bar for eyeshadow quality, it's so big, so high, that it's kind of hard to get there for me now. I tried recently, I never had tried anything from ColourPop, and until I got, like I said, I got that free shadow, and then I got the Yes Please palette, and I'm obsessed with it. I really, really do like it. Pigmentation is there. You just kind of have to build it up a little bit more if you want an intense color, which is fine. I don't really mind that. So I love it. ColourPop is really, really good. I really love those eyeshadows. The lipsticks, oh my god, I recently bought a bunch of the Ultra Satin ones because I heard that the regular matte ones are really, really drying, so I didn't want to risk it. So I got the Ultra Satin, and I'm obsessed. I'm impressed. I'm obsessed. Everything else that rhymes with, I'm dressed, I'm obsessed, I'm depressed, I'm everything that rhymes with S, because it's so good. Okay, so this is how the eyes look so far. Let me blend that out a little bit more. Like, I want it to be the same amount of deepness, it's just not gonna happen. Always one eye looks a lot better than the other. But favorite part, we're gonna use this one. So I always use I don't use setting spray for my shadows, but I do use a glitter glue, and I use this. Oh my god, do you see? Christine is quaking right now. She's deceased, and then she is alive. She's living. Look at that. Oh, this is the NYX glitter glue that has holographic packaging, but it's not holographic. I don't think you can make a holographic glue, can you? If you can, I want one. And I use literally a dab, like a little dot of this, and I just put it on the place where I'll be putting the eyeshadow, which is my actual eyelid. There you go, and you get that tacky feeling, which is perfect to be able to put in the eyeshadow so it lasts all day. The glitter doesn't fall anywhere, and it intensifies the color. That's why, you know, we use that. Oh, it's so beautiful. So I go straight with my finger because I feel like I get a better. Oh my god. I only use this shadow twice, by the way, and in the first time I used it, I literally came. I had an orgasm when I put this on. I literally yelled. I was like, ah! I can't help it. Am I the only one that gets aroused by makeup? Like, whenever you see some packaging, or you just see an eyeshadow, or look at that, or just something gorgeous that you're like, my legs are shaking, my hands are shaking, I can't breathe. Like, is this normal? Is it normal to feel that about makeup? Because I don't think it is. I might be a makeup sexual. I'm not a holosexual, I'm gonna admit. I know, shockingly. I do love holographic packaging and everything. I'm just not aroused by it. I don't get that warm feeling that Christine and Tati and everybody else gets. But I do like it. I think it's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Yes, just yes. Ugh. And then I always put the extra on my hand just because I want to be glittery as fuck everywhere. I'm just gonna be here for like 30 minutes looking at myself. Thank you, excuse me. Before we wipe off the bake, let's put these palettes away. And let's do our eyebrows. That's what I need to do. I use, what the fuck? I use the Revlon Color Stay brow pencil in the color Soft Black, because I have black hair. For some reason, this one kind of just called to me. So I got this one, and I've been obsessed ever since I got it. However, it runs out so fucking quickly on me. I feel like I fucked that up. I probably did, didn't I? Can you hear that? I feel like that looks weird. Oh well. Again, I'm not an expert. Don't judge me too hard, please. Now I'm going to wipe off the excess. For bronzer, I used a butter bronzer by Physicians Formula. They have two shades. This one is the, what shade is this? I think it's like the darkest one they have, because they have another one that's very, very light. It's a lot more cool tone than this, but this is like the darker one they have. I'm obsessed, first of all. It smells like, you know exactly what it smells like? Okay, so there was a store here, where I live, that, what was it called? I think it was called like, it's like a knockoff version of Toy Story, but it's not technically a knockoff. It was just like a smaller version of Toy Story that was in a mall. It was called like Five Toys. I don't remember what it was called, but it was so, oh my god. It's like I said, it's the smaller version of Toy Story. So they had everything, you know, they have Barbies and everything. And I would think I was like 9 or 10 years old. And they had a Barbie doll that was for the summer, and her hair used to smell so good because it was the summer Barbie. It smelled like coconut and like sunscreen and like the beach. I don't know how to explain it, but it was so good. Whenever I smelled this, it just took me back to that moment. This thing smells exactly like that Barbie. It smells like artificial coconut with like sunscreen and like the beach. I don't know, that's exactly what this smells like. If you know what I'm talking about, let me know that I'm not the only crazy one that still remembers that, please. So I'm just gonna chisel the cheekbones because I don't have any. Grab a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, I'm left-handed. That's why if you're seeing this video, I'm using my left hand to, you know, put on my makeup. Okay, so now I'm going to take this same brush and a little bit of the Too Faced. This is like a deluxe sample of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, can't speak, Chocolate Soleil medium deep bronzer, matte bronzer, because I love matte bronzers. This color is like perfect for contouring. I'm sorry, I almost dropped it. And I grab a little bit of that, and I kind of just put it on like the outside part of my cheeks to kind of intensify that. Take this other brush from the BH Cosmetics line. By the way, this one, I forgot to tell you, this is the 124, the one that I was using for bronzing. This one is like a contour precise brush that I was used to do down my nose. This one is the 127. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this one just because it's a little lighter. I don't want like a harsh dark brown line on my nose. Again, I'm not good at this, okay? I'm not good at makeup. I'm not good at contouring. I'm not good at contouring my nose. So you're not gonna see like a major ass difference of like, oh, Fanny's nose went to like, she got plastic surgery. It's not gonna look like that, but it just makes it look less white than what it does, so it kind of helps me. I don't know. I do a lot of things that I really don't know what they do. I kind of just do them because they make me feel good. Yeah, that foundation really gives me issues when it comes to my nose. I've noticed that. I don't really get that problem with other foundations that I have. I use the Milani Conceal and Perfect, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte, and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. And I don't really get that issue. I don't know if you can tell, but you can see a little bit of like the foundation coming off here. Now we're gonna go into blush. I use this Wet n Wild blush brush again. Beautiful, super soft, and really good work. It works really good. Picks up the product nicely. I'm gonna be using the Tarte Party with 3 A's blush that I got for my birthday. Sephora gave me this one with the little like super small Tarte's lip paint, matte lip paint. So this is what, and I really like it. By the way, I'm sorry, I forgot what I was saying halfway. I really like the Tarte products. I never tried their blushes. This is the first one that I've ever tried, and it's really, really nice. It's like a cool tone pink. Normally not into those. I prefer peachy ones, or yeah, basically kind of just peachy blushes, but this one's really nice. Anyways, this is the Party blush. And I'm gonna go a little light-handed with this because yesterday I did a little too much. And I'm not really like a blush person. I don't like having my cheeks look red. Or in this case, mauve pink. But just enough to give you like that little flush. Now let's just smile and put it like in the apples of my cheek. All I have to do is highlight. So for highlighting, I know that they always tell you you're not supposed to mix. I cannot speak. Mix liquids or cream products with powders. I don't ever mix cream products with powders, but I make the exception with this with this liquid. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Glow in the color Peach Fizz. You see that? This is my favorite ever. I thought I was going to use this on special occasions or maybe every now and then. Nope. I use one pump for one side of my face and another one for the other side. I use this every day, and I can literally tell the difference of how amazing this looks compared to powder. You just don't have any idea how much I love this. I think you guys are going to be able to see it better than I am right now because I don't see much. Okay, so let's do a little bit more because that was nothing for me. Oh yes. Can you? Oh, I can see that. Can you see that? I don't know. I can't see what you guys can see because my eyes don't go back that far. Oh, this makes me want to cry. Okay, a little bit. Grab that. Fuck it. Grab it all. And let's just. Ooh, yes, you can see that. Yes, you can see that. Oh my god, this is my favorite thing ever. I cry. Yesterday I literally, and like I do this every time I use this liquid glow, I go into the bathroom because that's where, like, for some reason that's like where the best, it's a horrible lighting because it's orange, but it's the best lighting to be able to see the highlight, and I just stand there and like this the whole time. I just look at myself like this. I can do that for hours. It just makes me so happy. Do you see this look? Oh my god. Is this like highlighting porn to you guys? Do you want to see me just blend highlighter every day, all day? Oh my god, look at that. Ugh, stop. I can't. I'm gonna cry. I need to stop. Talking about stopping. I'm gonna use my Sephora Pro. What is this called? Not a Pro. It's not a Pro. Yeah, it is actually. Sephora Pro Fan Eventail 65. This is my favorite. My favorite highlighting brush. I used to have a Morphe fan brush. Again, Morphe brushes just don't work for me. I don't like them at all. The bristles got really fucked up. These ones you can kind of see that they're kind of fucked up, but it still works and it keeps its shape. The other one is kind of just poof, and it just sheds everywhere. This does not shed at all. The handle is a lot sturdier. It's my favorite. Sephora. It's expensive as fuck. So that's why this is the only one that I have, but it's really good quality. So you know, you get what you pay for. Oh, by the way, I'm going with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, Nicole Guerriero collaboration. Ooh, that mouth popped out. Woo! Nicole Guerriero collaboration thing. And I'm going to go in with Glow Getter just to be able to set the face. That's what right here. Set my highlighter, you know, with a powder. Just so it can like last a little longer. Because I don't want this highlight to go anywhere, and since this is kind of the same shade, not the same shade, but it's very similar to Peach Fizz, it will just, oh my god, stop. This is what I used to use every day without the liquid glow. Now that I have the liquid glow, can you tell I like Anastasia Beverly Hills products? Honestly, they're just so good. Like, highlighter wise, these are amazing. Oh my god, stop, I'm gonna cry. Now let me go get, I guess you could see it from here, but I don't know, I'm not dressed appropriately for the bottom down, so I'm gonna go get my setting sprays, which I have them in the fridge, and I'll be right back from the fridge, which is right behind me. And I got my both setting sprays. I used the Milani Make It Last setting spray that's supposed to be a 16-hour wear. This is a prime, correct, and set primer, and this is the Urban Decay All Nighter. I put them in the fridge, by the way, because the whole trend that was going around that apparently Bella Hadid did, where she like dips her face in a bucket of water after she does all her makeup to be able to set her face. And the science behind that is because it's cold water, it's going to close your pores, so it makes your foundation and everything else last all day and not move, and helps you get, you know, stay matte if you're really oily and all that stuff. And I saw Huda Beauty or Huda do it, and somebody commented on her thing. He's like, isn't that the same thing as just putting your setting sprays in the fridge? Because it is cold spray that you're throwing on your face, and the setting spray is supposed to make your, you know, makeup last and everything. So I was like, oh my god, genius. So I tried it one day, I put it in the fridge, and then I did my makeup and I put it on, and oh my god, it actually worked. It made me, that was before I used the Fenty Beauty foundation, but it made me stay matte a lot longer than I normally do when I'm wearing just my regular stuff without putting it on the fridge. And I really like that trick. So now whenever I remember, because I forget like 95% of the time, but whenever I remember, I always put it on the fridge, and that's how I apply my setting spray. So that's why I had to go get it at the fridge. So I always go with the Make It Last in first. Woo. And then I go immediately with a fan. Oh, that setting spray smells so good, by the way. I'm just setting that. And I feel this area right here to be a little dry, so there you go. Make it a little wet. That way I know the setting spray reached it. I'm just gonna take the sponge and kind of press whatever setting spray I have left on my skin. There you go. Now we're gonna take this one, the Urban Decay All Nighter. So refreshing. Let's do, oh, I always put mascara after I put my setting spray on, just because even though it is waterproof, I don't know. I don't like the thought of mascara running through my face, even like when I put liquids on it, like setting spray. But yeah, this is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara in waterproof. And this is the shade Black is Black, I believe. Yeah, I can't see, but I think that's what it is. For like it's a deluxe sample when I order a couple things from Sephora. This is the Makeup Forever Professional Paris Excessive Lash Mascara. I'm sorry, I can't read, I can't speak, I can't see. I mean, why are you watching me? Make sure it's well coated. I really love mascara. I love the way it makes my lashes look. It makes them look so big and black and just really, really pretty. Just giving you a close-up of how it looks in my eye makeup and everything else that you want to look at if you're interested in recreating this look with whatever products you have. Even if you want to try any of the products that I mentioned here today, I will include them all in the description box, so you can go and check that out if you want to buy any of the things that I've said today that you like. I'm going to go in with the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the color Strut right here. This is a beautiful little like nudie pink. I have like 5 of these that I ordered from ColourPop. I don't know why. I was like, Fanny, you should have tried other colors, but you know, nude is my life. Bye. Like I said, I'm obsessed with this Ultra Satin Lips from ColourPop. They're so beautiful and creamy. Like I wanted to go in with a gloss. This is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the color 9 to 5. But I don't know, I feel like I'm really liking the matte look with just my shimmery eyes. I feel like it's a little too much glassy and too much stuff going on. But hey, if you like it, that is the makeup complete, you guys. What do you think? I'm gonna take this off and do one of those makeup, like I'm feeling myself kind of moment, look at my look kind of thing. My hair's a mess because I had it in a bun to be able to do my makeup. So let's just pretend that I look good today. Okay, let's just pretend, guys. Let me just fix my hair. That's probably as fixed as I'm gonna get it, to be honest with you. It's so fucking greasy. Ugh! Okay, let's just pretend. There you go. Alright guys, so this is the finished makeup look. I hope you enjoy getting ready with me. Again, disclaimer, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not that great at makeup. I try my best because I love makeup. So I'm trying to learn how to do makeup, and you know, the products I've used and everything I so far really do like. I enjoy the way that I look with my makeup today. And most of the days as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And once again, for all the products I've mentioned and all the products I've used in this video, they're all going to be down in the description box, so make sure to check that if you're interested in just checking them out or purchasing them, you know, whatever you want. And please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. If there's any other makeup related videos you want to see, make sure to comment down below anything specific that you want me to do, either makeup related or not, that's fine. Just any type of content you want to see on my channel, you know, go ahead and comment down below. I love reading your comments, you know, everything is welcome. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. And yeah, I'm also gonna have my socials down below. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, comment. Hi everyone. Wow, I just got major Gabrielle Zamora vibes right now. Today I'm not bringing you guys a vlog. I'm actually doing something different. If you've seen my last 2 or 3 vlogs, I don't remember how many I have, you'll see that I guess you will notice that I do wear makeup because, as it turns out, I love makeup. and I'm not good at it by any means. Like, I'm not saying I'm a professional, hence the title of this video. But I did wanted to make something, I don't know, kind of like a get ready with me, chat, talk through video shit, whatever, even though I'm not a beauty guru or anything like that. But I don't know, I just wanted to do my makeup and kind of, I guess, show you guys how I do it, and to learn how regular people do it, and not one like an in-depth tutorial on how to do like a cut crease with glitter eyeliner, because I cannot do that. I have really basic makeup skills, you know. I do foundation, concealer, powder, contouring, blushing, highlighting, my eyes, brows. I don't wear eyelashes because I don't know, you probably can't tell, but my eyelashes are pretty, they're pretty big already. So I just use mascara, and I don't use eyeliner either because I don't know how to do it. I suck at it. I've tried a couple times and it just looks insane. And I also have really small eyes and like a fat face, so I feel like it would just close off my eyes more. I don't know how to use it, so